I am over it being cold. Ugh. Guys, I am eager to get my garden started this year. It has been cold and it's cold everywhere. I just checked my temperature. It is 29 degrees. No, I so I'm not new to gardening. I do have some experience, but by no means am I an expert. By no means. But I feel like I know what I'm doing. But I haven't gardened in years, guys. It's been years. And so we recently moved to where we are right now. We've been here a couple of years, and I have a nice space to garden. And we had a lot of cleaning up to do with the landscape. And so for the first year, that was the goal, right? We just wanted to see what we had to work with. And then last year, I did a experimental garden. So my style right now is going to be mostly container gardening. And so I experimented with that last year. I was testing out a spot that is kind of shady, doesn't get a whole lot of sun all day. It gets maybe about 4 hours of direct sun, and then it starts to shade. And so that's the spot I experimented with last year. And it's the same spot I'm going to go with this year again. And so we'll see how it go. I do want to expand the garden. And I do want to expand into having a ornamental garden. Oh my goodness, those are so nice. I want to learn how to make my own bouquets with cut flowers and such. And so that's part of my gardening goal. Yeah, I am dreaming over here of an ornamental garden. In my mind, I want it to look mature, cottage style ornamental garden. And so, yeah, I need to get out this house. It is way too cold. I'm actually in my basement because this is where I have my garden set up organized to start seeds indoors. And so I love that for me. And yeah, so I am dreaming, fantasizing about my ornamental garden with my vegetables. Um, so I don't need a whole lot of food. So even though we have a small space, and oh, by the way, my environment is a urban setting. So it's going to be an urban garden, but I do have some space and I do want to mix in the flowers with a lot of herbs. I want to do a lot of vegetables, but I don't need a lot of food because I don't have a large family to feed. So my husband and I, we have grown kids. And so it's really just me and him. So I don't need a lot of food, but I want to grow a lot of food. And so I would love to have a ministry where I can share my food, the things I grow with others. But that's down the line. So for now, I just want to get reacquainted with gardening again. Um, Gardening for me is therapy, guys. I am not trying to get stressed out with the appearance of things by any means. I want it to look pretty, no doubt, but it don't need to look like a museum. I need it to be relaxing. So I'm getting back organized. Um, I have me a digital garden calendar and I'm keeping record of what I'm doing because I really want to plant and grow all year long. And so, like I mentioned earlier, I'm in Connecticut, zone 6B. And so the climate doesn't really allow for all year gardening. But my plan is to bring it inside in the winter months. And I have the space for it. So, you know, I'm here dreaming, guys. I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. I'm so excited to get back into my garden full force. I was excited last year, but like I said, it was a more experimental type of a thing, trying to see how my plants and my vegetables would grow in the area that I had designated. So I have to do some uh, landscape design. And girl, I know that sounds technical, but ain't nothing technical over here. It's a landscape design more in my head. Um, yeah, and I'm just using that term loosely. So the potted mix, I think, is ready. So I'm gonna just fill my cells and continue with the seeds that I started with 2 weeks ago. So here are the packets right here. Yeah. All right. So let's put that to the side. Let me put away these things. So, what are you guys up to? What is going on with your garden? Tell me. I mean, have you guys started seeds yet? Are you planning to? Are you guys in the Northeast like I am? What are you guys up to? All right. So, I'm only going to do 12 cells. And I want to cut this. Let's see. Let me grab a scissors here. You know what? I have scissors, but it's not the right one. So I have this little kitchenette down here. And so I have these scissors for culinary scissors, I guess is what it's called. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm telling you guys, there is nothing complicated over here. We use what we got at our disposal. So yeah, what are you guys up to in your garden? Are you dreaming like I'm dreaming? How long have you guys been gardening? Let's dream together and do what we can together. And maybe you guys can help me along the way. Because, like I said, I'm not new to gardening, but there's so many things that I can learn. So I'm just going to fill these up. And so there's going to be like a lot of leftovers. And so I just keep it for the next batch so that, it's at my ready when the time comes. Do you guys really want to see the whole process? Because, I think you guys that are watching already know how to do all of this. Again, this by no means is this a tutorial. This is just me hanging with my fellow gardeners, chit-chatting, getting some stuff done. This is breaking off. Should I speed up the video? Or you guys want to see the process? This one, I'm going to speed up the video for this section. But if you guys want to see me do the whole thing and talk with you guys, hang out with you guys during the process, let me know. And I can know that for future videos. So that is it for this tray. That's the daisy and the habanero. And so I'm going to do the other tray. So, guys, that was very therapeutic, I must say. I do have some issues with my broccoli. I have no idea what's going on. So, this tray right here, this is the cold hardy tray. From what I understand, carrots, chives, broccoli, they all prefer cooler temps. So when I started out 2 weeks ago, I had them right here on this counter for about a week. No heat, um, but I had the dome on there. So I had it like this with the dome. But I didn't have them separated like this. I had the daisy and I had the habanero peppers also, which those two seeds prefer heat, prefer a warmer temperature. And so I did put them under the mat for a few days, but I didn't have these things sitting on the mat. I kind of had them offset a bit. And then they've been in the grow tent for about a week. And they were thriving. I mean, I don't understand what's going on with these 6 right here. Don't know what's going on with those. They're just limped, like they're dying. And these are the broccolis. These 3 of them are falling over. So I don't know what's going on with that. The soil seems moist, but there is no stress over here. We're not going to stress over that. We're going to learn. We're going to figure things out over here. And I just planted 12 more seeds. So we'll see what happens, right? We have no control over what we have no control over. So we'll see. I'm going to show you my little indoor greenhouse where I have my seeds started. And I'm going to show you the environment that these things are living in. And if you guys can figure out what's happening based on the environment, y'all, let me know. All right, let's help a girl out here. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed our little chit chat. You know I did. So I'm going to be reading the comments to see what you guys have to say. So yeah, happy gardening.